Hey guys, what's going on? It's GamerSense here, and it is 11 o'clock on Friday, June 19th, 2020. You know what that means. We are finally here. After 7 years of waiting, 7 years of begging and hoping and pleading and delays and all kinds of anxiety, we finally have it. It's finally here! We went big. The Last of Us Part 2 Collector's Edition. Look at how big this thing is. It's monstrous. I mean, I know that we're getting a lot. We're getting the statue, we've got the art book, we've got the game, the pins, the bracelet, the lithograph. You know, we've got so many things in here, but what does that say about the size of the statue itself? I can't even fathom what we're about to see. Let's just get into this. Yes. Gentle. Do not damage the box. Is there any way to do this without damaging the box? Fun part. Boop. This is gonna be one of those trying things where there's a box inside of a box. Bear with me. It's like a two-man operation to get this thing out of here. That was kind of a workout just getting that out of there. I think it was worth it. We got one box done. Now on to the next box, which has two parts. Maybe they did that for a reason. I don't know. Oh, wow. So after you take off the cover of the second box, after you take it out of the first cardboard box, you get this. You get all of this. They do it in layers here. Got your art book and the key item, the steel cover, book, and the game itself. The art book itself looks pretty spectacular. Standard size for a mini art book. I'm not going to look into it yet. I'm not going to show anything that's on here only because I'm afraid of spoilers. Very much the case. You know, you dive into this, you see concept art for a character or a moment that you don't want to see until you're experiencing it in the game. So we're going to hold off on seeing what this looks like until that time. Apparently, there's something underneath it, and I believe it is the lithograph / thank you. Comes in this nice little The Last of Us sleeve here, and there it is. The lithograph from the game. I know you can see it, but it looks so good having it right here in hand. The thank you from Neil Druckmann himself. I'm not going to read it to you, you know, that's just for me. That was just layer 1 of the box. And layer 2 is the second level items, the pins that you can put on your bag the same way that Ellie would have done that. You've got your stickers, which I will probably be throwing everywhere that I can find, like my laptop or onto my PlayStation, or, you know, any of areas I could possibly find, like my dog. You know, I'm sure she would appreciate having a sticker on her. It won't drive her crazy at all. And, of course, the bracelet. Ellie's bracelet. So, I'm just gonna leave these beautiful pieces in their sleeves right here, and we'll dive back into those as soon as we can after the game's done. And now, the moment, what we've all been waiting for, why we've all come here today. The statue. And so now, after going through box 1 and outer hard shell box 2, we are then removing sleeves 1 and 2, and we get ourselves to large box number 3, which is still pretty spectacularly sized. Oh, wow. Now this is just gorgeous. The detail that they put into this is insane. It's not like a resin statue or anything like that. It is relatively lightweight. It does have some durability to it because it's, you know, it's a thick plastic. The base is a little bit thinner. As you can see, it's hollow underneath there. The base part of the statue itself on here is rather thick, harder plastic. Ellie herself is sort of like a flexible rubber or a hard rubber. It's certainly not as durable as some might be looking to get in terms of certain spots, like right here where you've got the cracked ironworks is very flexible plastic. I mean, if they're mass producing these things, they're not exactly going to be resin statues, but it is gorgeous to look at. There's no laziness to the paint. There's no laziness to the crafting itself. I think they did an excellent job with it. The detail that went, like, for instance, her jeans. You can't see it through the camera here, and I apologize for that. The detail that went into her jeans to look like jeans instead of just she's wearing pants is fantastic. Detail of her tattoo is pretty spectacular. The wear and tear on her shoelaces is highly detailed. The soles inside of her shoes are extremely detailed down to just how you would see the little crevices on these Chuck Taylors if you were to wear them in normal every day. On this 720p 30 frames per second camera, you can absolutely see the high def quality of this statue. So the wear and tear on the guitar itself is fantastic. It's an absolutely gorgeous statue. So we're gonna have to figure out where to put Ellie so that she can watch over as I go through her story. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to dive into this story. So thank you to Naughty Dog for this fantastic collector's edition. It's got a lot of really great items to either dive into the game itself, dive into the lore of it, or even just dive into a deeper appreciation for collecting in general. I'm not much of a collector myself. I consider myself a gamer more than a collector. But to have this on my shelf was, to me, a necessity to have. So thank you so much for having it out there. I am super excited to dive into the story now and see what happens 5 years after Ellie says the very famous line, okay. Okay? Okay. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you really liked what you saw in this video, you can check out some of my other videos. You've got YouTube unboxings, and we're going to have the gameplays for The Last of Us Part 2 coming up as I go through the game. So be on the lookout for those as they come through. Thanks again, guys.